I'm still alive, and you've read the title, you know what this video is about. Do I have that word that I don't want to say because when I say it, it really makes it sound like I do? Okay, so I'll just say it. Lisp. Okay, don't make fun of me. That's one of like the two most notable words that whatever the speech impediment I have really kicks in on. The other one being what our British friends call math, which is math. I can't even really say it. Math. It just sounds like the word math. This is something that I've kind of wrestled with for a little while because it is minor and only some people actually kind of notice it. Sometimes people in my real life are like, oh yes, you definitely have a lisp. And other times they're like, wait, do you? So at the very least, it is minor. I do remember one funny story related to the lisp I may or may not have when I was working at Medieval Times. You don't need to know what that is. I was basically just working retail. And one time a guest came up to me and after I spoke to him for a little bit, he said, oh, good to meet someone with a fellow lisp. And he was with a bunch of his friends who were like, whoa, did you really just say that? And he immediately looked like he kind of regretted it. And deciding to have a little bit of fun with this, I said, what are you talking about? And he looked so genuinely embarrassed. I let it go on for a couple minutes and then I was like, I'm just messing with you. I once had a viewer suggest to me that this was just because I have a little bit of extra skin underneath my tongue and it's possible to get fixed, which I might look into. I know I have something, I just don't know if it's quite a lisp, and I just looked up the definition of a lisp and it says a way of speaking in which S is pronounced like TH as in thick and Z is pronounced like TH as in this. And I don't know if that really applies to me. I feel like my S's are not THs, they're just sometimes a little bit longer than they need to be. So I found a list of a few words that in theory would be difficult to say if I have a lisp, and I'm gonna treat this as like a little bit of a test. And number one is assassin. And yeah, again, I think that sounds relatively normal. It's just the S sound might be a little bit too extended or something. I'll just rapid fire through these. Sassy, sauce, senses, assists. Wait a second. All right, now I'm gonna skip to the end of this list. Gosh, that is hard to say. Maybe this is more of a problem than I thought. And in theory, the most difficult word for me to say based off this one random article I found would be statistician. And it's like, again, I can say all of these words and saying them isn't a problem. It's just sometimes it's a bit awkward. I might need your help in the comments with this one with how noticeable my lisp or lack thereof is. Again, it's not a huge problem, but if it's really noticeable and it's something that I theoretically could fix, I would like to. I think I've made my point clear. That is gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching, and Nate, I'll see you tomorrow.